What is up, everyone? I hope everyone's having a blessed day today. Here's something interesting I read that I wanted to share with you. This person wrote something my pastor said about the golden rule yesterday that I found a little odd. So, we all know what the golden rule is, right? Do unto others as you'd want them to do on to you, right? That's like the whole premise of it. So, this person said, my family didn't go to church when I was growing up, so I feel like I wasn't raised with that as a thing or studying the Bible. I got married last year in March 2023. Congratulations. And I've been going to a local church with my wife that she found last year. Yesterday, during the sermon, our pastor made a comment about why people who don't follow the Ten Commandments do things. And he mentioned the golden rule: do unto others as you would have done unto you. He said it's a selfish rule because people following that only treat other people well so that they themselves will be treated well. I tend to disagree. My understanding of the golden rule has always been about putting yourself in another person's place and imagining how you'd want to be treated if you were them. It's about empathy and compassion and doing right by other people, not selfish reasons. Does it sound odd to anyone else for a pastor to describe the golden rule as selfish? Very interesting question to pose, honestly. I would love to hear in the comment section what you guys think, if the golden rule is more like a selfish thing. Um, I really want to pose it for you, but at the same time, in my own, if I'm gonna give my 2 cents, I would say that a lot of times, good things are done for selfish reasons, and it doesn't necessarily have to take away from it. Like I think in like the perfect scenario, um, what's good for me is also good for you and everyone else, right? Like you might want to get in good shape for like selfish reasons because you want to have like a six pack or something like that, but actually everyone appreciates it around you when you are healthy. Six pack is probably a weird example. That's probably not the right example. But what I'm saying is like if you want to become a very successful person and take care of your family, um, there's a level to that which is selfish, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to prioritize yourself, especially if you're walking the path that God has put in front of you and you're helping people around you. Like in some ways, you will help the most people if you prioritize your success and getting ahead and like putting your health, your career, your devotion to God, all these things like first in your life comparatively to like maybe always like investing in other people. I know people that invest all their time and energy into other people and then they're left feeling resentful because those people don't um give that same energy back or help them out as much as they were helped. And that's some of that is like giving without an expectation, I think is really important. But some of it is also like self investment. I really believe that, God wants you to be investing in yourself. And if you're constantly not doing things because it's considered selfish, I feel like you're almost depriving the people around you. Like everyone would appreciate the best version of you where you're healthy, successful, like wealthy, um, well educated, uh, spiritually connected to God. Like all these things that are about you actually benefit everyone around you. So, I mean, I personally do find it a little odd. I get what he's saying though. I understand what he's saying because you shouldn't be treating people nicely because you yourself want to get treated nice in return. I mean, like that's not the deep meaning of it. So I get what the pastor is saying, but at the same time, I think that there's this misconception we have where we think that we have to be selfless and that the best version of ourselves is always selfless and never putting ourselves first. And not that you should like in a time of an emergency, put yourself first and not save people and stuff like that. But I'm saying, like, in order to save the most amount of people, you have to prioritize your own well being. That's like why on an airplane they say put the oxygen mask on yourself before you try to save other people because it doesn't benefit you to never prioritize yourself, and actually everyone benefits when you are becoming the best version of yourself spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially. Like if you master all those things, it takes a certain level of prioritizing yourself to become, physically fit, financially abundant, spiritually connected to God. You have to like kind of detach from other things and focus on those things, which might come across as a little bit selfish. And I think sometimes we can use these selfish tendencies or urges we have to actually become more giving, more generous, more uh, helpful people. Like if you were constantly being selfless, never, doing things that benefit your situation, you can't help as many people. Like someone who has they've built up their career and have millions of dollars saved and stuff like that can probably then be more generous and help more people, whether it's jobs or actual like donations and stuff, than someone who's like really selfless in a way and just like constantly helping homeless people on the street. I feel like that's great. And that's if that's where you want to start at, that's amazing. But I'm just saying, I think you can get the most reach and the most impact and have the most overall good and spread the most um of God's like grace and message and all that if you yourself become a level 10 version of yourself, which takes a little bit of prioritizing yourself. So I mean, like that's kind of a long-winded say way to say that like they're I feel like they're both right. I feel like the pastor is a little bit off on calling it selfish to do the golden rule. I don't think it's necessarily selfish, but at the same time, I do understand doing things for deeper reasons than just yourself. So that's where I'm kind of stuck. But mostly, I want to hear your guys' comments on this. I'm still just kind of thinking about it, trying to like I'm not I don't exactly know where I land on it, but honestly, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Hope you're having a great day. As always, a blessed day. See you next